High School Choir for the beautiful introduction to our long-awaited groundbreaking for our auditorium. I'm Jody Ibaugh. I'm the superintendent for Fremont County School District number 25, and I want to say thank you all for being here today. I'd like to introduce our board members. We have our board chair, Lynette Jeffries, Terry Cantrell, Terry Kuchera, Jody Ray, Lori Morrow, Bruce Berg, and Carl Manning. Woo! Several of these members have played an integral role and have been a part of this project and trying to get this project off the ground for years. Some people who have done much to help us to get to this place today are our Wyoming legislators, Representative Lloyd Larson. I believe he's here today. Thank you so much for your work and dedication to Riverton and making this project to happen. Also not here today, Representative Ember Oakley, Representative Tom Walters, and Senator Bill Landon. They were unable to be here today, but they also played a part in making this happen. We also have here today Mayor Tim Hancock. Thank you for being present today. Our State Construction Department, our Administrator Shelby Carlson, our Project Manager Steve McDonald, they're both in attendance today, and our Director Del McComey was not able to be here today. From Plan 1 Architects, we have Taylor Lee. There he is. Sampson's construction team, Reed Booth, the project manager, Jeremy Smith, superintendent, and Logan Ridgway, senior project manager. So I believe this project will be done sometime next year. We're looking forward to that. We'll be working closely with all of those people who were named. I'm going to turn this over to your board chair, Lynette Jeffries.
Thank you. This is such an exciting day, and we couldn't have asked for better weather. One of my favorite quotes by Josie Bissett said, "Dreams come a size too big so that we may grow into them." It's taken District 25 more than 40 years to grow into this dream. When this building was built, I was in the 5th grade, and I don't know how that could be 40 some years ago when I'm only 29. So the history is a long time coming. And when this building was built, school funding was a very different animal than it is today. It was all done through local bond election and voted on by our constituents. So I looked back at who was on the board then, and we still have a few of them with us. In fact, I asked former board chairman and former mayor, Dennis Tippett, to come today to share a little bit of the history with us because, like I said, I wasn't in high school in 1980. So, Mr. Tippett, would you join me please for just a second? He has a little bit of history about how this came to be.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. Actually, we talked about the fact that there was no auditorium in this high school. But the majority of the board were people who were interested in athletics. Can you believe that?
I know, right?
And so that's why we have a 3,000 seat gymnasium at Riverton High School. I think maybe it's a little bit less than that now. They've removed a couple of rows of the seats so that the visiting teams will have room and not be affected by the crowd. But the conversation occurred. We knew we did not have the money, and so the big gymnasium was built and there was no auditorium. I know many people have thought about this and worked about it, and I'm certain that there are many students at Riverton High School who are really going to look forward to having their own auditorium that they can go in and do what they want to when they want to. How will that be? Anyway, I thank you for thinking about the old white-haired people in the crowd, and we wish you all a very, very good afternoon.
Thank you, Mr. Tippett. So while the voters said no in 1980, they didn't really say no, they just said, not yet, Riverton High School, not yet. Well, now it's time for us to have that dream come true. Mr. Jasmine?
Thank you, Chair Jeffries. So what a great opportunity, and to be a part of this is kind of one spectacular opportunity for me to be able to sit in and be a part of this. I want to make sure and give a little bit of recognition before I talk a little bit about the future of the project, but most importantly, I know a lot of people were involved in some of the planning, design, and everything else that was set up with it. So, you know, Miss Ben Thornton, obviously Mr. Gillette, and obviously Dr. Peaks had played a valuable piece into that. And also our activities director, Mr. Miller, helped set up a lot of the design. So please, if you would, put your hands together for them and all their time. I know it was long overdue and that they definitely wanted to make sure and set up a project that was going to be very conducive for the community as well as for our students. And looking at the designs, I know that's been done. And I'm very excited to see the project continue and get set up. As far as the future of it, one of the things that we talk about a lot within education is we want to provide opportunities for students as much as possible. And having an extension of the educational setting in co-curricular and extracurricular environments is crucial. Much like we talked about with the gym, having an opportunity for an auditorium to where we can have multiple events, not just with choir, band, and with our music, but also we can set up state dramas, we can set up speech and debate opportunities for them, and it's really going to allow the opportunity, for students to participate. And we know that them being actively involved helps them continue with their education and to become productive members of society. So having an auditorium and a great building like this with state-of-the-art type of equipment and facilities is really going to extend that opportunity for our students. And we're very grateful. We're excited for that. And I'm excited to see it progress and see what happens with it, you know. And Riverton's kind of the spot. I mean, there's things that happen here, something like a Ron-Thon, I don't know what that is, but it's pretty big. And now having an auditorium, I think that we're going to be able to host and have events that are also going to be statewide. So it's really going to be something that we're excited for, and we're looking forward to watching it progress. And then I believe the final date is sometime in June of 2025. That's when it's really going to be exciting. And then we can go ahead and start to look into things. So Mr. Miller, start scheduling events. Let's get them set up. Let's get it going. With that, I don't have anything else. Again, thank you. I'm going to turn it over to our board, I believe, that needs to speak next. And I'll give that to...
trouble thing. But yes, and you need to come.
Okay.
Well, I'm really glad that everyone showed up for this. Earlier today, I was kind of concerned about the weather, but then I thought if you don't like the weather in Wyoming, just wait a few minutes. And it turned out pretty decent. Got some sunshine. We've been various board functions wandering around the state and seeing other people's auditoriums, and I've been pretty jealous of the whole deal that other people had auditoriums. We've, through the board, at board functions, board meetings, we've celebrated the speech and debate and their accomplishments and various other, clubs and organizations in the district. And now we'll have a home for them. And I want to thank CWC. We've used their facilities for quite a while, and now we can have our own facility. So everybody, thanks for coming. Come to the events when we have them, and enjoy your day. I was informed that if anyone wants a photo op,